An anonymous author once wrote, "If you don't measure it, it doesn't exist." For us, that means we can't just know we have a problem. We must record our process and be in possession of the data that quantifies our performance. Only then can we move forward to measurable improvement. Chris, with City House Painting, has just started the workshop, and in the last stage, he identified the background, the pain point. Painting single-story houses is frequently taking more than one day, causing delays to other jobs. Now, he needs to measure his baseline performance. Baseline is starting point. Through the month of April, Chris recorded how long it was taking his team to paint single-story houses. The data should be in two columns, date in column A and value in column B. Copy the data. We right-click and only paste the values. This will prevent copied data formatting from causing problems. You've just created a control chart. A control chart is much more than the chart you may have created before in Excel. It displays some valuable statistical information about a process. For the Lean Workshop control chart, we see 4 pieces of data: the date range, upper control limit, mean, and lower control limit. The mean is the average. It takes Chris's team an average of 10.67 hours to paint a single-story house. The upper and lower control limit gets a little more complicated, but provides some valuable information and is worth learning. Looking at our data, we see good days and bad days. This is called variation. There's a variation almost every day in the amount of time it takes to paint a single-story house. Based on the amount of variation, we calculate what's called a standard deviation. When we stack 3 standard deviation, we can see statistically how much time it will take to paint a single-story house 99.72% of the time if nothing changes. Based on what we learn, at some point it will take up to 15.01 hours and as little as 6.33 hours for Chris's team to paint a single-story house if we do nothing to change the process. As managers, we frequently respond inappropriately to this variation, thrilled on a day when we get the job done in 6.33 hours, and bringing the hammer of justice down on a day when it took 15 hours, when there was really no statistical change in the process on either day. Finally, Chris copies the data and the control chart into his workshop and continues on to the target performance stage.